Check, check, dinosaur. 1, 2, 3, dinosaur. Good. There. Okay, Twitch is good. TikTok, I think, is good. Instagram. A little behind. There we go. Come on, YouTube. There we go. Okay, we are all good on everything. Wajah, wajah. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's we skipped last week. For streaming, I had a bunch of military stuff happening with my partner. And then I also did a interview for a magazine, and the company came to my place and did a studio tour and stuff. So we'll see when that comes out. But yeah, that was a lot of stuff. A lot of things are happening in the background with working on cosplays. A reminder that today is the last day to submit into Coscom's cosplay contest. They are doing an online international cosplay contest that is based on craftsmanship with 4 different categories for your skill level, so from beginner all the way to masters. So if you're interested in doing that, and I'm one of the judges, I recommend submitting into that. There are a lot of cash prizes, like just straight up cash for the winners. So yeah, nothing to lose. Nobody will know if you entered, unless you become one of the finalists. So do that. You can go to their Instagram page. They have, their pinned comment will tell you how to get into that. So yeah. I'm always streaming when you're at a con. I mean, I stream on Fridays, so it's the day of a con, but welcome on Rep Night. Thanks, Cheeseburger. I appreciate it. But yeah, so that's, announcement for today. Make sure to sign up for that. I'm really excited to see everybody's entries. Also, we are con crunching for BlizzCon? Kinda? I'm still, so I've been working on Sally Whiteman in the background. I don't know if I'm bringing it or not. It's about 50-50 at this point. Based on printing times, because 2 of my pieces are like 5-day prints, so yeah. But I've got so much. I'll show you real quick. I gotta tilt this. I have so much already made for it, and if you didn't know, I sculpted the whole thing out of monster clay and scanned it with my 3D scanner. And then I've been slowly trying to print it in TPU, which has been a success. I'm really happy with it because I wanted an option of, like, I could 3D model. I'm professionally trained in it from doing stuff from scratch. I don't enjoy it though. And so I wanted to find a way that I could sculpt, because I found a new love of that, and not have to make molds of it. So this is like a good kind of in between. But I've got pretty much everything printed. Well, a good portion. So these are just straps. So like belt straps that I've carved, which are pretty cool. These are like, these are the armbands for the glove that go up there. But they're all nice because TPU, they're flexible. I'm not done tests yet though. With priming and painting, it is a bit of a concern, so I'm going to have to go through a bit of different testing to see what is going to be the best option. Obviously, I don't plan on doing this, but I do need to make sure it's not going to, like, completely fall apart. So that's kind of where I am on a lot of that. All of these are, like, leg straps and stuff. Let's see, some other parts. Shoe-wise. Yeah, I don't choose the ad limit. Those are all just, that's just what Twitch does for it, so sorry about that. But if you sub, you don't get them, so yeah. But that one is one of the armbands here. So it'll go there. These are some of the heels. So that's the back of the heel. This one is the tip of the shoe. And then this is the band for the shoe. And then what else we got? Let's see. The shoulder pads. I've shown them a little bit. Let's see if it's having a hard time with the light. If I go this way, you can kind of see it a little better. So that one. Yeah, these are all TPU. Too much pieces. This is one part of the hat. The hat had to be segmented into 4 pieces. So this one is like the back piece here. And then this one's really cool. So the bodysuit I had to put into 3 pieces, and this was the smallest piece. But it's so cool to just kind of see, like, for being able to wear armor that you can actually bend in because it's so flexible. I'm really excited about this. So yeah, that's the middle section here. My camera wants to go to move with me. But right now I have the bum section, the lower half, on the printer, and that one is a... Write it down! Thank you for the resub of 38 months. I appreciate it. But yeah, that one is a 3-day print. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. But I am really happy with the details that are coming out. So got pretty close to what I had sculpted. And then some of the other cool parts. Let's see. Can you pick them up? Welcome to the community, Texas. So this is one of the bum pieces. It like connects right the lower part back there. Awesome keyblades, thank you! I actually have planned on making another keyblade soon. So yeah. And then these are some of the back pieces. Oh. Okay, how can I show? He doesn't want to show very well. But yeah, playing with these. So she has like a front and back skirt panel. And I plan on sandwiching it in between the fabric. So right now, all of this extra part will go away. It's just holding it together. And yeah, it's TPU. So it's really nice and flexible. But it's a very large brim because TPU really likes to come off the bed. So those parts. And I think the only other part is the staff, which looks pretty good. It's huge. Oop. Eep. So it can only hold 3 pieces. So yeah, parts of the staff. So pretty much everything is done printing except 3 parts of the hat, the 2 parts left of the breastplate, and then I have the boot covers. So, and then everything's printed. Stay. But yeah, how have you been, Jason? It's been a while. Inspired you to start your own absolute Wonder Woman cosplay? Oh, yay! I'm excited! Yeah, I'm hoping to do a photo shoot with her soon, but, like, ideally this weekend, if I can, but I'm so busy with projects, and so we'll see. It might be after BlizzCon, but, we do have another sponsorship coming, which is where the Keyblade's gonna be coming into play, as well as another cosplay, but it's more of a mask-like piece. So yeah, I'm waiting still, but more stuff coming. So everything all been okay. Very busy. Hey, busy is good, especially for the shop. I know prices have been expensive for things, so hopefully tank stuff are going well. But yeah, so that's with Sally. But today we're gonna be working on Rhea from Fire Emblem. This is a cosplay that the community has been requesting me to do something from Fire Emblem. All honestly, like honesty and everything, I'm not a fan of Fire Emblem. So this was definitely a community requested build. I do really love the design of Rhea, the character of all of her pieces, and we're doing it sponsored with X-Tool. So y'all saw me do the absolute Wonder Woman tattoo sleeve with the apparel printer. So basically her entire outfit, I'm using the same machine to make all of those parts. And I've got good bit, like everything is printed, like the apparel printer parts, it's a lot of stuff. It was like 3 days of printing. But I'll show you what we're gonna be working on today. So yeah, this is the character here. I really love the design. Really, really pretty. So yeah, here's the collar part we're gonna be doing, and then what I was working on was this piece so far, so it attaches to the collar. And then the back. Pretty nice. So yeah, it was a lot of patterning to figure this out because of the ruffly bottom down here. But yeah, so that, I plan on connecting the collar. We get a cut out foam so that way we can have stability in it and attach it. And then that will be done. So that's the plan for today. Yeah. It's a lot. Okay, so let me put this back over here. Oh, okay. It's been interesting working with this fabric. It's silk taffeta, I think. I've never worked with it before. It's really pretty. It sews pretty easily, but it wrinkles so bad. You just like breathe on it and it's like wrinkle. I saw your Instagram piece where you take apart the clay and Sally Whiteman cosplay to use the same clay when you're done for... Yeah! So, that is monster clay that I use, and it is reusable. So basically the process is I scan it, and then I already have the scan forever, so I can 3D print it, manipulate it, whatever I want with it. But the clay, it never dries out. So it's not like ceramic clay. So it will, it's oil-based clay and it activates with heat. So whether you want to use like a crock pot or just your hands, by touching it, the heat from your hands will activate it. So you can just keep using it over and over again. Eventually, if you have it just out, it will get somewhat dirty just because of dust. If you have pets, long-haired cats or dogs, it gets in it a little bit. So you do have to be kind of cautious. So eventually I'll probably, like, I don't know, in like a year or two, probably just throw away the stuff that I've been using mostly. But then, yeah, so. Okay, so here's your little patterning pattern. I need to trim it, and then we're going to kind of test it with this, make sure we are correct, and then I'll transfer it to foam to insert it. Am I going to Anime Los Angeles? No. I am based in Nebraska, so I only go to conventions when I'm typically a guest for them, just because conventions are expensive, since this is my full-time job making costumes and things. Yeah. But my next convention, though, is BlizzCon, which is in California. And I'm a judge for the cosplay contest. What am I doing? There we go. Finally doing great. Yeah, Ray, it was specifically a suggestion from the community. So I open up a lot for, yes, the Cornland. I do ask the community a lot what they want me to make, and I do listen. And even if I don't like a genre, an anime, or a game or something, if I fall in love with a character, if I really like a design, I'll sometimes make it, and that's the case for this one. And somebody, I don't remember the specific name, but on Instagram, when I did in my stories, suggest characters, this one popped up. And yeah, so thank you to whoever suggested that many months ago. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Yeah, it's been very interesting working in all of my piles everywhere. Oh, I just realized, so on my chat thing, it got rid of my icons, and I always follow everybody's icons for specifically YouTube. So now I don't remember people's names because I always followed by their image. So I see Honeyfro now, but it, like, why is it not showing? It's also not showing my YouTube badges. It's like doing a star. That's annoying. That's annoying. Sorry, I just noticed that. You think it was you unless someone else did? Well, thank you then. Yeah, somebody suggested it, so yeah. But Fire Emblem has always been a huge request from the community, but whoever suggested specifically this character, that like piqued my interest. So yeah, that's why I'm so bad with names, y'all know this. But then when it just shows, like, I don't know, like, I'll show you. So on my end, it shows like this, but typically it'll have, like, on my end, it'll typically have, like, a little circle with your profile picture, and that's how I remember things. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. Honestly, this would be easier just for me to cut out. I'm very shaky today, so it has been a lot of late nights working, a lot of catting. Good mod. Oh, hi Caspian, welcome on. Did you get your house stuff situated yet, Honeycrow? Since it's been a few weeks. It changed. There we go. But yeah, this build has been kind of nice because it's been really nice to go back and forth between this one, which is a heavy sewing cosplay build, versus Sally Wyman of the heavy sculpting and 3D modeling printing builds. So it's been really good to kind of change it up when I get bored of one, go to the other. I know we have a lot of conventions happening now, too. I don't know, is DragonCon this weekend or next weekend? I know it's around this time. Nope. You have to save a little bit more to make sure all the costs will... okay. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully soon. Though it's been going well, the prints. I showed it earlier at the stream. I've got almost everything done, print-wise. I just have 2 pieces of the bodysuit, 3 pieces of the hat, and then the 2 boot covers, and then everything will be printed. The next step, which I plan on doing after the stream today, is starting to do testing on some of my failed TPU prints and seeing how the, seeing which type of primers I want to use, because it is such a flexible, it's a rubber material. Seeing if I want to use Rust-Oleum Sandable Primer, if I want to use Plastidip, or if I want to just do my typical for 3D printing stuff is I do Autoborn Sealer as a primer, and then they also have a flexible solvent with it. So I gotta kind of do some tests with that, see which one works best first. And then I'll start to do testing on paints. So normally my Createx color paint does not crack. It is flexible. But because this is a new material, I still want to do a ton of testing with things. So. And then sanding all of the pieces. I gotta see which, like, I have a 3D printer pen, which will help for fixing some of the seams and things. But I gotta kind of see if I want to do super glue or epoxy for attaching the pieces, or if I just want to weld the pieces together with the 3D printed pen. So kind of a bunch of little tests, but once I figure it out, it'll just be an assembly line for me, because I'll just start assembling things. And the nice part of the TPU, because it's only a 2mm wall thickness, I can cut it with, like, not these scissors, but like with basic heavy duty scissors, I could cut all of my pieces. So most of them have these weird, like, awkward walls, if y'all didn't notice me showing some of them. And that's just to help with it printing, but I plan on cutting them back. So, yeah. Going back to work, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by, Jason. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We should catch up soon. It's been a while. Let's see. You got an A+ from a cardiologist that your heart repair is... Yay! That's good news! I'm happy about that. I know you had stuff happen a while ago and we never heard any updates, and I didn't want to pry, but I'm glad to hear it. DragonCon in 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, I know Anime New York City is coming up too, so. Because it's funny because my international friends, they do all of the conventions, like, they come for like a month because it's like each weekend is a big thing. So they'll do like DragonCon, Anime New York City, they do BlizzCon, and then I think there's like one other one in there, but I don't remember. So. Doesn't want to see you till 2027. Good. That's what I want to hear. But now I just picture you having like a robot heart. You're like, what is it? Kilroy? Yeah. Okay, here is our piece. I did not need this. I don't want to just start tossing things. I'm gonna have so much other stuff everywhere. Okay, so I just want to kind of do a check to make sure. So the piece will work, but So my concern with this is when I've done this process before, the foam, well, I guess if I go all the way, like it's not gonna fit snug. It's gonna have these kind of off spots. So I don't know if maybe I should just trace this part instead and go inward a tiny bit. Because it is 2mm foam, so I want it to fit nicely. So I feel like I shouldn't have cut this. I think I'm gonna do that instead. The beloved robotic overlord. Beep boop bop, boop boop bop, beep. Take me to your later, Sir Ches. So I will toss that, and then I'll just get a piece of paper. Mousey mouse. I'm running low on this though. I have absolutely been loving this. This is my new sewing board. These wool mats, and I've been using them so much. I love being able to just put them flat on the table now. I want to get more. Eeh, too many things. You have time to devote to getting you to me. No! No! I got too many projects going on right now. Since we've got the, Sally Whiteman, I haven't taken a photo shoot yet of Wonder Woman. We've got Sarah Kerrigan still in the background. One day I'll go back to it again. We've got a new sponsorship coming up with another build for that and things, so yes, a lot. Sure, sure. Thinking of replaying the 3 houses and buy 3 hopes before. Nice. Okay. So normally I put my things on here, so we'll see. E. There. Okay. Why'd you go over there? In here. Oh, also, I'm finally upgrading my phone. So I have like the 8, and they just released the 11 for the Pixel phones. So I'm excited. Because they definitely, just like with any phone company, you can tell when you have an older phone, it starts to not work as well when they start releasing new phones, and yeah. But it was nice because, so the phone is stupid expensive, but because I'm with Google Fi or Fi or whatever, that's my phone provider company, like, yeah. They took off, it was either like $500 or $600 from the phone. So it's like, oh, okay, this is reasonable now. Because it's also a work expense for me because my job is just the phone for recording everything. So, all right, that's trace, and then I'll end up making it a tiny bit smaller. Sorry. Hard to see. Yeah. We are currently working on the collar for a Rhea Cosplay from Fire Emblem. So I'm tracing out the shape because my pattern beforehand, just because it was sewing, the shape changed a tiny bit, and I want to make sure I have a snug fit when I insert the EVA foam into it. Wow. You've been looking at new Pixel? Yeah, they'll let you trade the 9XL and take off the 500. Waiting until after Blizz so you can deal with yeah, that's the one thing. For me, so it said it's supposed to come in, I think on Wednesday. So it's pretty fast turnaround. Since they're still... I don't know if it's out yet or if it's the pre-order. But yeah, I've been looking... I wanted to get a new phone a few months ago, and then I saw, oh, they're releasing the next model in a month. So I was like, I guess I'll wait. But yeah, I have the... Unfortunately, so I'm doing the 11 Pro, and then I have to do the highest storage, because my phone's always at like 95% storage, so it's annoying. I had to go through and delete so much stuff. Ah! But I'm really excited because the camera is going to be such a huge upgrade from what I'm doing. So you didn't see a shipping date? I didn't want to. Oh, okay. All right. Fountains. But what color are you getting? I'm sure you can guess which color I'm getting. I am concerned though, because it is a new phone, I don't know if they have phone cases for it yet. So I'm kind of a little bit like, I hope they have it. I really love, so I have a silicone case on this one. I've only replaced it once, and that's because the alarm was going off for one of my timers, and the cat decided to try to turn it off with claws. So, yeah. But, especially for my work, like, it helps with holding, and then for all of the paint that I do, it helps. Not a fan. That's funny. Yeah, I'm doing the teal blue whatever one it says. But you won't even see it with the phone case. I don't even remember what color phone is this one. Oh, it's a white phone. Yeah, it's like I never even realized the colors of my phones anyway. So, yeah. Alright, time to cut it. This will be a lot better than the other one in trying to make it work, because this should be exact. I'm just gonna cut it a tiny bit smaller. So that way it can still fit in, because there is a bit of a seam allowance inside from flipping it. So, welcome on. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. This one I'm fine right here because I'll just trim it and sew it together. Yes, ish. Alright. How are you doing, Adam? You preparing for work today? And I guess your kid started school, so hopefully that's not. Hopefully that's going well and not a hassle so far this year. Yeah. I've been really excited for all the kids to go back in school, because that means during the day, I can leave the house and not have to deal with all of them. So. Hi, Judge. Welcome back. How are you? Hi. Oh gosh, how do I say this name? I'm gonna call you Sass, because I cannot read that. But thank you. Welcome. I'm so sad it's not showing the emotes now either for YouTube chat on my end. I'm gonna have to check that out and see. Maybe there was like an update with my multi-stream platform thingy or whatever for showing everybody. It's what made it all fun. Twitch has no problems still, but YouTube for some reason is like, no. But once we get this all cut out, I will transfer it over to our foam. But yeah, I need to finish this piece today, so we're gonna finish this piece, we're gonna sew it, we're gonna get this done, and hopefully my ADD won't get me too distracted. Okay. Those. Great, which part of the cosplay are you doing? So this is Rhea from Fire Emblem. It is the character over here, and we're doing the purple collar right now. So the pointy part. Oh, sorry. For the other people, it's over here. So yeah. We've got the pieces already done, which we've been, this project's being sponsored with Xtool. And then I already have the bottom cape part, like the little shawl part done. So we're gonna put the cut out piece of 2mm foam for this for structural support to kind of help keep the collar up a little bit. And then we'll insert it in between the fabric, sew it closed, and then we'll attach it to the bottom, like or I guess the top part of the shawl around the collar. And that'll be it for that. It's one of those builds that's like, I kind of do a little bit here or there every few days. So I haven't been working hard on it too much. I really just kind of started sewing things like 2 days ago, maybe? And that was only a tiny bit too. But yeah, is anybody else starting a new cosplay or continuing working on one? I know a lot of people are in the con crunch mode now for a few of the cons coming up in the next few weeks. Okay. All these little bits. I have not emptied my trash can today yet. cheers, guys. I'm here. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, we have that. I want to get my big cutting mat out. Since we're going to be doing a larger piece for the foam. Sadly, you make a new process for the moment because you don't have enough space to yeah, that's always the difficult part. That's why, so for me, a lot of times how I understood it now. A lot of times for me when I build stuff, I always build it for breaking down, where it'd be a lot easier not to have that. But in terms of not just traveling, but storage-wise, it's so much easier when you build, like, specifically your props. Make it so they can disassemble smaller, and then I have storage containers that I put all the cosplays in, so it helps. But when you have a lot of parts, it's a little... Okay. Foam. I don't know if this one... I don't think that one's going to be large enough. And I don't want to do it in 2 pieces, so let me see. I have 4mm, but I don't want to do a 4mm. Okay, this one should be enough. My tiny little closet. Oh. Okay. What's up? Friends of yours tempt you to start a Hilda's time skip version from... Nice! Doing beadwork on Seth's hat. Ooh! I'm happy you've moved to a different spot. Did you get out of the, I think last time you were talking about you were kind of in a burnout phase. Did you end up changing to armor at all? Your free time is minimum. Oh, that's okay. I'm expecting a Voltron cosplay from you though, so you gotta make sure to finish that soon. Because if you're gonna make me do it, you gotta do it too. Okay. Alrighty. It's being really weird with the camera. This is some of my old craft foam that I've had. It's the cheapest of 2mm foam. So it typically is not that great for doing nice projects for foam work, but for like small details or like inserting into places, it's good. Good. Okay, there. Boop, boop, boop. I okay, there. I do need to film this. I gotta remember that. Your free time has been voted to your TTRPG. Okay, what is... Oh, tabletop RPG group you started? I think. Okay, there. I need a paint pen. Pen. Bonjour. I'm not there. would have been better with the Sharpie. Oh, so in terms of my, not free time, but while I work, so I've been kind of running out of shows, so I've gone back to what new season, or like shows on anime-wise, their new seasons have started, so I've now started my shows at the very beginning. So one of them was reincarnated as a slime or whatever. I thought I was a lot farther into the season, like the series. I thought I was in at least season 2. Apparently where I left off was halfway of season 1. I finally finished all of it after like a week of just binging it nonstop. Season 3 was like 64 episodes. My gosh. But I finally caught up to the dubbed episodes that are live. So now I'm going back and watching Jobless Reincarnation. And it's fun to relive the beginning. So yeah, that's been my thing. Feeling better, burnt out wise. Haven't started the, okay. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better for that part though. I know sometimes, especially with big builds, when you get a burnout, it can be really hard to go back to a build. So I'm kind of happy I'm doing, even though I'm doing so many cosplays right now, I'm happy that I have the Rhea one, which is a big sewing build, and then doing Sally Wyman. As that one was a more sculpting and an armor build. So it's been a good balance to kind of go back and forth and not just heavily focus on one thing. It's like when you get stuck at something, you can stop and work on the other project. And typically when I do that, my brain will think of a better way of how to fix that problem down the line. Okay. You're in Con Crunch mode, trying to finish no flutter version of face. Is that one for Dragon Con then, or? I know you probably told me, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. That traced. I will keep this for now, just because I don't want to, write it down. To have issues with it. Okay, which platform is this one? Thank you, Archage, for the remember of 35 months. Much love. Okay, we have that. I need X-Acto, a knife for this. Boop, boop, boop. Smart to do projects that require different skills for each. I think you got burnt out because I'm doing too many, so yeah. You're, especially with all the embroidery, I'd get burnt out of that in like an hour, and doing so much of what you're doing, I could not imagine. Whew. Almost 3 years already, and that's on YouTube. It's a lot. I feel like you've been part of the community longer than that though. I don't know. Going to your first Dragon Con. One day, I will do a Dragon Con. It's just on, like, the other side of the world for me, so. I don't really do a lot of conventions over on that side. I mostly do the California side. I'm gonna make this easier on myself, and we're just gonna kind of do a base cut around. Yeah, I did Holiday Matsuri, but honestly, nobody really knew me at Holiday Matsuri. Like, my fan base is more on... My fan base is more on the other side. I'd love to do more stuff over there in the Florida area and in New York and things, but I'm just, I guess, not as known over there, or the ones that have invited don't pay. So yeah. Crazy Monster Boss! Welcome on, it's been a bit. Yeah. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I missed your... Sorry, I missed some things. Have you seen I may be a guild recipient, but I'll solo any boss to... Oh! Is that the one where she has a stupid, huge weapon, and it's all of these guild people, they come in and they won't beat these certain monsters, and she's tired of it, so she goes into, like, she kills them instead? I think, if it's that one, I've watched, like, half of it. It was pretty good. I know I had some people that wanted me to make the weapon for it, but it was, like, too big. It would have been, like, it's going to live in the living room prop. The giant, yes! Okay, it is that one. Gotcha. Yeah, I missed yours on accident. Sorry. You do love doing beadwork though. Don't usually get burnt out from it, but this time you need to just stop doing everything for a bit. Yeah. Be good, good. Good to hear. Okay, let's continue to cut all the pieces. Yeah, so far for our projects we're currently working on and upcoming projects. So we have Rhea from Fire Emblem, which we're doing for X Tool with the apparel printer. I'm still making Sarah Kerrigan, but that's just a funsy build for me that's in the background that I'm gonna just still slowly work on whenever I have the time, kind of thing, figuring out stuff. Sally Whiteman, which I would love to finish in time for BlizzCon. I really wasn't planning on having it, but I'm kind of like, it's like a 50-50 right now, just depending on printing times and like, realistically with painting and making sure material, like doing tests and stuff. And that one was more me trying to figure out how to print in TPU and that whole process, which is working really well. So I'll probably be using this technique going forward. Those are the ones that are like announced right now. I have an idea of what after Rhea is done. I still have to do a few more stuff with the X tool with them. So I have another cosplay in mind. It's going to be another sewing thing. From an anime. That's my idea. I'm not going to say who it is yet. So that one probably come. We have another sponsorship, which I have said I'm doing a Keyblade for. But I'm not saying which Keyblade, and then we're doing a cosplay with them as well. That's not Kingdom Hearts. But it's more of a... how to put it? It's like a helmet build kind of thing. So yeah. But those are kind of the next upcoming projects. But by that point... So Wonder Woman is done. I just need to do the photo shoot. By the time BlizzCon comes, I would like Whiteman to be done? Whitemane? You're gonna have to correct me on that, Wizard. I still don't know which way you pronounce it. Is it White Men or White Mane? By BlizzCon, I mean, I didn't think I would be able to, but it's at the, like, how much I have printed already. I didn't think I'd be this far. Like, it's so close, though. It's one of those where if it depends on my next test and the prints that are going on right now. So, yeah. But it's a 50-50. But guaranteed white mane. White mane. Okay, thank you. Correct me on that, please, so I get it right, because I keep saying it wrong. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, there's a really pretty hawk outside. Sorry, ADDs, distracted. Whoa, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Aww. I don't remember. Fishbowl brain. Sorry. Somebody will remind me, or it'll come back. I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah. So, with the cosplay, though. So, white mane, if I'm going to wear it, it will be on Sunday of the convention. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say something, so I'm not going to say it. Thinking. But for the cosplay contest, so basically judging is pretty much, the pre-judging that I'll be doing is pretty much all day, and there's not really time to change into a costume. I'm not going to be able to wear that cosplay to do judging in. Now on stage, I'm kind of thinking that if I can have components of it done, I'd love to kind of like have the hat on. I still want to have my blue hair just so people kind of know it's me, but I'm thinking I'll do the hat, I'll do her makeup, and then maybe bring the staff and I'll have like just a normal dress on or something. So that's kind of my thoughts. Yeah. So, okay. This is done. Yeah, they'll keep me on track. I want a sip of my Dr. Pepper. Cheers, guys. Thank you for watching. Okay. So, the next thing we gotta see is if this will fit inside, which I cut it to be like that. Okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, now we can kind of fidget with it, see if I need to trim anything a tiny bit. Make sure everything is looking okay. I think we got a pretty nice fit on it, actually. Alrighty. That. So then would be kind of like that. Obviously, it'll have to be kind of put on correctly with it, but we got it to at least kind of stay up. Alright. And then, yeah. Last year lunch break is over, so you have to return to the depths from which you came. Have a great stream, everyone. Thanks for stopping by, and have a good rest of your worky work. Yee. Alrighty. Thanks. Make sure it is all laying flat. Like reality, I think I'm gonna iron it. So you can iron foam on a low heat. So we're gonna do that. So I can make sure it's sitting really nice and snug before I forever enclose it. Okay. Boop. Too many cords. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Wait a few minutes for it to all go. And then I'll also have to cover it to protect the piece on it. So it looks very pretty in pictures, like the materials and stuff. I'd say in person, like it looks better in pictures, all of the materials and the details. In person, you can see a lot more of the flaws on this piece, which it's okay. All pieces of mine, they have flaws, but definitely something about this silk taffeta kind of material, it just hits certain angles with the cameras, and it looks so good. Boop, boop, boop. Just about ready. So we'll cover that. It's so much cat hair. So much. This whole project's been nothing but ironing. It's been literally like 75% just iron. If you had to do a collar like this for practical clothing, not costume foam, what material would you use? You'd think you be too, or maybe get. They have other materials that are like you can put like starch and stuff to make your collar stiff, but it depends on like that's for like a small collar. They have other materials to put inside of this. I just don't know offhand what they're called. This is just easiest for me because it's what I have. I would love to know though. That's like kind of some of the stuff that I don't have full knowledge in. I've just kind of always worked with what I have. Like interface, I guess? Is that it? But I don't know for like such stiff material. I'm supposed to know everything! Oh. I know. I don't. It's like when people ask me, how do you wash your clothing and stuff for costume? I'm like, I don't. I really don't. If it absolutely needs to, then maybe, but I typically don't. Would phosphate be a good alternative? So originally when I got, when I got Fast Shape, I wanted to use it for my Dark Magician girl with the PU coated spandex. The issue is that material, even... Yes, interface then. The material, when you use the heat gun, it's not a smooth surface. It's like... if you picture your rug, and you burnt your rug, and it's crispy, but it's not flat. It's like super bumpy. So it shows through. You could potentially use it for this material because it's not... you're not having it added to a smooth surface, but it's... you'd still have like a slight kind of texture on it. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you could add boning if you wanted to do like boning strips down each of them. That one probably is how they would do it for Elizabethan collar kind of stuff. I'm just not going to do that. Okay, so we kind of got it all down now. Boop. You can go there. And then I'm going to pin it so it does not move on us. Yeah. It would also depend on the type of material that you're using, like fabric-wise. Because different fabrics would depend on the different, like, care for it and all. I would imagine for stuff like that. Like, if you're using... I picture the Elizabethan, like, lace collar and stuff. That one would be boning. Because you need the kind of, like, hard structure of all of it. But for, like, something like this... I don't know. It depends on how... Like, for me, I'm not doing... I'm doing fast builds kind of thing. I'm not doing these... To me, I'm not doing elaborate builds that are competition pieces. So I think that's a little bit of the different side. Where, like, for doing Seth, like that one, my Seth cosplay, it is a competition piece. I definitely would have loved to do the embroidery stuff and the beading. I just don't have the patience for that, which is why I'm kind of excited for yours, by the way. But, yeah, so it just kind of depends. It's how you're picturing this being built, practical, it's like ceremonial, present, yeah. I think of it more as, do I want to wear... So, guesting at conventions, I would like to bring this to a convention because I think it's going to turn out really nicely. It's going to be great for wearing at a booth and kind of somewhat comfortable. But if I was to do full-on detail, full-on like embroidery with a corset and like all these other pieces, that makes it where the costume becomes then difficult and more fragile to wear all day at a booth where you're not on a show floor, you're not, like, when you're not guesting, you can come and go however you want. You're not required to be at a booth all day. You're not required to do panels in it and actually, like, be able to do jumping jacks. Kind of, like, if you picture that, can you do jumping jacks in all of your cosplays without it coming apart and breaking? That's kind of what it is like guesting, I would say. So, yeah. Thanks, Crazy Monster Boss. Have a wonderful day as well. Yeah, I'll end up doing our basic sewing stitch, and then I'll trim off all the extra, and then I'll go back with our overcast to support everything. So, but when I go and sew, I won't be able to read chat for a few minutes, just to let y'all know. And then just real quick, check the back. Okay. So I want to make sure I'm doing a 3 mil. All right. So let's go sew this. And actually I want to get one of these. And I gotta move stuff around so I can make sure everything is good. Go over there. Okay. Don't want to dry a hot iron. Kinda. Kinda. There. And this one. Problem is I have like a whole pile of stuff here. There. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. All right. So, one of the funny things about my sewing, so these thread spools are too large for my sewing machine and I don't have an attachment. So I ended up getting from X-Tool, they have for their film, these, oh, I can't do this with my left hand. There you go. They have these brown tubes. So I have my thread through there and it does enough tension. So it's kind of been my cheat. Okay, so I want to test real quick to make sure we are all good. Actually, I'm good with that. That spacing's fine. I just want to make sure we are good with the sewing on this. All right. Actually fine. Okay. And everything is good. Boop, 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 boop. Record. Okay. We're done recording. I've been trying to do shorter clips because my phone has been too filled with videos lately. nose itches. Huh? Okay. And then real quickly, check the back. And we're good. All right. And then we'll go back over here. Oh yeah, I tend to use a lot of my scraps and stuff. Okay. And I'm just gonna have it on this side temporarily as I kind of fix things. Oh my gosh, my nose. There's like a cat hair. Terrible. Okay. Trim it, and then we'll do our final overcast stitch, which I don't necessarily need it, but I just want to kind of have it there. There. It is satisfying cutting through fabric and the foam though. Alright. Okay. Now we'll go back. Looks so clean. Aw, thank you. Yeah. Pretty happy with it so far. Boop. Okay. Back over here. This is not a necessary stitch, but it's one that I want to do just to make sure it doesn't have issues when we connect the next piece. So we're going to do... Yeah, always when sewing, I have whatever fabric I'm using, I have scraps to make sure everything is okay. Okay, I think we should be good. Probably should have cut it a little shorter, but that's fine. So yeah, here's our little bits. So with the overcast, just makes it easier when you have the 3 layers together. So. Okay. And now we're going to attach it to the top part, but I need to do another, I need to do some more ironing with it, so. Do I have a dream cosplay? I mean, I'm kind of working on my dream cosplay right now. Not this one, but Sarah Kerrigan is one that was on my dream cosplay list. I don't know, they kind of change all the time. I've made a lot of mine before, so it's kind of like, I don't know. Alright. So, this piece. So the plan is we're going to fold this. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to do a basic stitch so it's together, and then we're going to put the collar piece in between. And it should, cross fingers, hopefully align correctly. So yeah. I don't know, does anybody else have a dream cosplay they want to make? Looks really good, thank you! Yeah, in reality, this should have been folded before I sewed it. I'm gonna take some stitches out real quick. I've kind of gone back and forth between how I want to make this. So it's been a little changing of my mind of things. Originally, I was going to have the shawl part attached to the full robe, like the cape part. But I'm going to now have it as 2 different pieces as of right now. It might change again. So. Should be fine. So now I can fold it, we can sew it, and then I can pull it back. So, and then do it on the other side real quick. I don't know if it's actually showing too well. Yeah. Looks like we may have a rainy storm in a bit though. We are good. You want to do Padma Lake dress eventually? I will, but all of the ombre dyeing is intimidating. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I've tried red dyeing and stuff. I am just not that great at it. I was gonna do it this way, but maybe... No, I really need to do it the opposite way. It's fine. I don't need him. So, like, for me, when I have to do ombre stuff, I've just gotten to the point where I airbrush paint it. It's like, nah. Just the bird song. The evil bird song. I left my pins over there though. Might be a good idea instead. Yeah. The only thing is, I would recommend with airbrush painting though, have it where it's 2 pieces of fabric. So it's lined on the inside because, so the outside have it as the airbrush painted stuff, but then have a non-airbrush painted fabric on the inside. Because if you sweat and there's airbrush paint on the inside, and it touches your body, you're gonna change to those colors from personal experiences. Even if you seal it, it still sometimes will just like activate it. My Nilo costume from Genshin Impact, the one that was like the gypsy looking one, that one, so the skirt's blue and I painted the belt right here, and it was like 100 degrees when I did my photo shoot outside. I took it off, my stomach was just like, because I painted the belt, it was just solid blue line. Yeah. You're back after a fire? Oh, yeah, because school started, right? Or no? Wasn't that I thought you were a teacher, but you're not a teacher? Or something like that? I don't remember. Because, no, yeah. And also, depending on what type of paint that you use, you may have a reaction to it, potentially. Just like getting into sweat glands and stuff, and I wouldn't want you to have issues. I've never had problems with Createx Colors paint, but I know not everybody's the same, so. How did I make the golden details? So we're doing this cosplay as a sponsorship thing with Xtool, specifically using their apparel printer, which is a DTF printer. So all of these gold parts on here, and then all of the parts here, including that, were all, I digitized the image, and then they were printed with the machine, and then it bakes it, and it's like this whole process, and then you basically are ironing the pattern onto your piece. So that's how I got those. But other options you can do is you can do vinyl transfers. If you have like a Cricut machine, you can do kind of the same process that way. So, yeah. Because I will say, the Xtool machine is great, but unless you're going to be doing it for business purposes, yeah, it's a bit expensive, a bit expensive. So just be cautious. Be cautious. Correct. Not a teacher, graphic designer, office building. Okay. Yeah, because I remember I thought it in the past, and I was like, no, I know that's wrong, though. So. I think it's just because I picture graphic design, and I picture just teaching graphic design. I don't know. Hi, Magic Maker Studio. How are you doing? Today we are working on Rhea from Fire Emblem. We're doing the shawl right now, folding these parts over. We're gonna do one tack down stitch, and then we'll be attaching the collar portion next. Can you choose a glittery gold? So unfortunately, they don't have that because it is a printer. So if you think of a printing machine. So like, for your computer, a home computer printer, you can't print glitter out of it. So that's the one downfall. I would have loved to have glittery stuff. So that's one thing where if you were to do like the vinyl, they have glitter vinyl sheets that you can cut out with Cricut. So unfortunately, you can't do that with this, which is why they're all solid color, is because I chose the closest color to that gold to kind of have that. I think if I wanted to, I could go back and add like little sparkles on it kind of thing, but But I haven't looked to see if maybe they have, like, it might be possible that they have a film that is not metallic, but like an iridescent one, and then it prints onto it. So, to show you, so these are the films before it's transferred onto the fabric. So it's printed, this is as large as you can print on it. And then each piece is then heat pressed onto the fabric and it transfers. So this will be for the large part of the cape. I have so many of them and they're all like numbered and alphabetical and stuff. And I have cardboard on top of it so the cats don't have the zombies over it. But yeah, I mean, it would be cool. Like, my only thought is if they have like an iridescent kind of, like, I don't know if that's the correct word, but like if they have a film that wasn't the opaque one and it transfers the print to have like a holographic top to it, maybe that could be a thing. But otherwise, I don't know offhand how to get that. Used to be a teaching assistant for graphic design in college setting. So you're okay. There was something in there. I just mixed a few things, so I was there. It probably was when I was talking about when I did teaching assistant in the art department and stuff for fibers and for metalsmithing. I probably got it from some conversation like that, and I've just always associated it with that. Good questions, though, on the process. But yeah, for specifically with this apparel printer, so it prints in 2 layers. So the film, it prints it basically upside down. So the gold part is printed onto the film, and then it backs it with white. And then the white, it has this like baking powder that it puts on it, and then the baking powder is what is then heated in the oven part of the machine. And then from there, once it's cool, that's what then has, I guess, the glue transfer material that lets it adhere to the fabric. That's the best way I can describe it without knowing 100% like the terminology with it. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, I'm definitely still learning as I go with this, so. I have only used it for these parts that you're seeing, and then I did the one test onto the shirt with my Mercy image, and then I've done the tattoo sleeve onto tulle. So I've kind of been just like experimenting, testing things, learning as I go. Okay, we're halfway done. This part. need to iron it real quick in the center. Boop, 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 boop. I'll make it lay down flat. I feel like I'm working with a parachute. That's what the material feels like. Now I'll say, when I made the pattern for this, it was a lot. And I ended up breaking it into 3 different patterns just because of how much just paper and parts there were. And it was too large of a pattern to have as one piece, so I apologize when this goes on my website. There's going to be a few parts just to make this one, but I did have it where if you want the specific design, it's like a different one where you can make it and then do your own design if you want. So if y'all wanted to save some money kind of thing, when eventually I release it. But it's so much. I think the lowest number of computer paper for printing one of the 3 was, I think, 70 something pages. And then the highest one, I think, was like 120 pages. It was so much. There's just so many parts for each of them, and the whole cape and the trim of everything. But I think how I picture everything, I think it's going to be really, really pretty. At least I hope. I'm excited to make the headpiece, like the crown, and then the, there's like a dingly front part with details that's really pretty. So yeah. Does anybody have any plans for the weekend? As of right now, I don't have anything specific, but probably, or well, I'd like to do a photo shoot for my Wonder Woman cosplay, but we'll have to see. Which, reminder, today is the last day if you'd like to enter the International Online Cosplay Competition brought to you by Coscom Cosplay Supply. Today's the last day to submit. So I'll be probably going through submissions this weekend. So yeah, I know that there's a lot that have so far entered, and I'm really excited to see, but I am going to be a little bit of like, I don't know how many. And so, with me being busy with everything of con crunching and stuff, whew. Con crunchy, yeah. Sleep, so tired. Oof. I got good sleep last night. Night before, I did not though. I was having so much endometriosis pain. I woke up in the middle of the night and I just had sharp, sharp pain all right here. And I can never, like, I can fall back to sleep with it, but then you never actually fully, you're never rested because your body's just, like, in pain all night. So I'm just completely tired the next day. But I got great sleep last night, so it made up for it. Yeah. Getting Korean barbecue tomorrow night for your friend's birthday. Ooh, nice. Is it the cook your own stuff on the grill? You got your new shoes for BlizzCon. Got some new shirts. Need to get vitamins and stuff, but there's a CVS. But okay. Are you how early are you heading out for that convention or for BlizzCon? You believe it is? That should be fun. We have one here in town, and I've always enjoyed going to it, and we've had a few group dinners with friends and stuff there. We kind of taught them about it, so it's been cool. Okay, just about done. And fix this one part. Okay. 9th, and you're staying a few days after for Disney. Okay, I think I arrive on the 10th. I don't have my calendar out right now. The Disney thing just reminds me of all the, I don't know if y'all have seen on TikTok the drama of the Peter Pan with the one fan. Yeah. Alright, we finished this, so I'm gonna go back to the sewing machine and we're gonna stitch this real quickly. I'll have to stitch it. Well, actually, I'm gonna just change out the threads because we're still. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go back and forth and change my minds on things. Okay, there we go. I'll do the back part. And then we'll change it, because then we're going to use it for the next part, and then we should be good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I need to change this out. We're good. Start here. probably should film with my phone too. I'll check real quick. You know how packed your schedule is. If you want to catch up, just let me know. Oh yeah, no, I'm already planning on we'll say hi and stuff. Are you doing the one thing? The one night? Will you be at that? Your meal head is coming apart. To fix this, I will put more EVA foam around the edges like a ring that fortifies it. Are you... Which part is it? Like, have you already painted it? Are you just gluing? Are you using... If you're using contact cement glue, no you're not. Oh, okay. Darn. I could have done like a +1. Yeah, if you're having parts come apart, then I would recommend reinforcing. If you have 2mm EVA foam, put it behind it so that way it overlaps. So if this is your seam right here, put a piece of 2mm foam across that glues on both sides. Reminder with contact cement glue, you apply your glue onto all parts, let it all dry, and then attach. And that should help hold it together depending on which parts. And I want to real quickly go use the bathroom or restroom, so I will be back momentarily. What's up? Okay, I'm back. I will catch up on this real quick. Yeah, it's done. It's just where the hole is on the top, or hole is to put it on. So are you... I'm too short. I was gonna get mine down, but I'm it's a little too high. So are you talking about the neck hole, or are you talking about the hole, like the connection of the parts on the top? Because if it's the parts on top, I would do a circle and glue it from the inside. You can also, for attaching, if it's coming apart at the top for these, have a little bit of super glue, have it, and then you can squeeze it together and that'll hold it together there. If it's around the neck part, depending on if you did the zipper closer or if you just have like parts that come down, so do another ring around the center or like the very neck hole, and that should help pull it together. If there are any other parts, you can just do kind of like the little tab. But for the neck one, if you're having pulling issues there, I would go up to a 4mm foam. So that way it holds it better. So, and you may want to, before gluing it in, I would recommend rounding the edge with a sanding drum. So it's not a rectangle hitting your neck and it's not a sharp line. So you want to round it so it's kind of like a half, so it doesn't rub as much. Hopefully that helps. You'll be floating around, you're in charge of guest services. So I'm a guest, so you can help me on Sunday and walk around with me as you're taking me from place to place. Right? Right? No, we'll figure out something. We'll do a dinner one night so you can meet other people. So, yeah. I was bringing this because I needed to film. Sorry. Fighting the stands. Okay, that kind of works. Alright. I think we're all good in focus. If not, well, this is what I'm doing. That one can be done. There's like a sharp thing under my foot. There it is. That part did not want to lay flat properly. It's gonna have a tiny wrinkle, but I gotta remember, that's the biggest thing for me to remember with my builds is these are not competition pieces. I'm just making it for fun and I'm probably only gonna wear it once. Otherwise, I get too caught up in the details and perfection. Okay. And then I gotta change out my thread with my little tricka. Okay. Too much stuff everywhere. I'm glad I tested it. I am like all over the place right now. giant freaking parachute. Okay, we got that. Took way longer than it should have. Sorry. Alright, I'm back. What's up? Okay. Ah. Okay, since there was a bunch of extra threads on this part, I want to do a tiny bit of trimming just to help with sewing the next part. Ew. Well, I am not a fan of that. That explains why I was having issues there. Okay, that's a little better. I do have to seam rip that one part. It's really bad. Is it up here? Oh, it's up here. I ended up getting a little bit of a rat's nest on one spot. Okay, we're gonna see if I can iron that flat. If it doesn't go flat, I'll have to remove some more and we'll have to go back and sew. But because I'm going to be sewing it apart together, I'm not concerned with going and sewing it. But I do want to check this side. Okay, good. It's like the worst thing is when you have, when you fix something, or like you sew something and then you look and like one side's perfect and then you go to the other and it's like, no! It was mostly perfect, but except for that one spot. Be a bunch of ironing right now. It does look pretty though. Okay. Nothing. How are you? Okay. We need to do a big irony iron before attaching parts together. Yeah, if you're just getting here, I am currently working on my Rhea cosplay from Fire Emblem. And we are about to attach the collar to the shawl section. There's a curvature in it right here, so that's why I've got it at this angle. Just makes it a wee bit easier. Why does it keep going away from my face? Hello? I'm here. I will say the inside does not look as nice as the outside, but still pretty decent for just sewed all day yesterday, really. Like I started doing the cutting and the doing the detail parts on it the day before and all, but yeah, it's okay. Okay, that. The hard part is ironing these parts without hitting the other one. It's been a while! How are you? I feel like I'm using a football. Okay. think we're pretty good with all this. Your boyfriend is helping you out with fabric too. We found some good mule patterns online. Ooh, nice. So do you plan on doing the full skeleton body and like attaching a skeleton in front of you? Or do you plan on, like, how are you planning on doing that part? Or are you doing a normal near character with just the Emil head on top? Questions. Okay. So we should have our center about here. So next we're going to be adding the collar, which I did end up having an oopsie, and I wanted, the oopsie was this part. It didn't adhere properly. And I want this actually to be facing out. So, because my head will block it, I'm gonna put it there. Lydian, thank you for the resub of 1 year! Happy full year! Much love. Where do I get fabric these days? Good question. So if you want to buy at a store near you for basic cotton generic fabrics, Michael's, but their cutting counters are in the frame section. They're still figuring that whole thing out. Walmart, and then you can Google search to see if there's any local stores near you. But those are just gonna have like your basic stuff. I've been actually getting a lot of my fabric from Fabric Wholesale Direct. They sponsored me for one video, not for this. But I've gone back to them and actually bought a few things from them. This fabric's from them as well, and so is the PU coated spandex. So I found actually that they've been really well for me. You can order swatches as well, so that might be something. But yeah, that's kind of my stuff. I have a whole stash now just because I hate buying fabric online. You were thinking about the skeleton part, but you're not sure how you could do that. We have a scarf done. We're doing the cloak now. Oh, okay. It depends. So you can either... So my suggestion would be you do a black bodysuit, and depending on your budget, you can buy a skeleton and you can age it. We're coming up to Halloween, so there's going to be a bunch of skeletons on sale soon. And then you can tack it to your bodysuit so it moves with you, but you'll still see your legs and stuff. So another option is when you have, basically, because he has a back cloak kind of thing, you're making like I want to say like a taco where you're inside, and you'll have the outer part of the fabric around you. So the cloak, the robe part, whatever. But then line it with black on the inside, but don't actually attach it to the robe. Just have it on just attach it here and leave the bottom part open and the top part for you to go in and out, and then attach the skeleton to this part. So it's a black shadow kind of thing. And then you can tack little spots that connect to your bodysuit. That's how I would do it to kind of give the illusion, so you're not seeing a black bodysuit underneath it. You're seeing that shadow part. Maybe. I don't know if that made sense or not. It does in my head, but I don't know if the words came out properly. So, yeah. Okay, we're gonna put this over there for now. You like Fabric Wholesale Direct too? Yeah. this is the bad side. This is our center. So I know where things are. We're gonna do a little thing there. I want to do for this, our center is about here. We're gonna see if I can do this correctly. No guarantees. No guarantees. Okay. Kind of like doing little tacks right now to just kind of see where things will go and for the video. Okay, video done. Now I can actually sit and think. All right. Now we can do this. I'm just going to take all those out that I did because I don't need them. Except I lost my center. There. Okay. Make sure this one's a good one. Okay. I'm only pinning through one right now, so I can kind of make sure, and then I'll go back and add the back half. We'll see if I made it too long or not. It's gonna be close. It's like a very tiny bit too short, but we will make it work. It's really toasty. It's really toasty. Toast, toast, toast. It's toasty. In reality, a lot of this you do like hand stitching to make sure it was properly placed and all. But, yeah. Hello, I'm Cosplayer from Taiwan, and I've been following your channel for quite a while. Ah, well, welcome on, Keija. You caught one of our live streams. English isn't very good, so you have to reply with Google Translate. All good. Yeah, I try to stream every Friday, so just depends. But today I'm working on Rhea from the game Fire Emblem. Okay, so now I'm going through both. Oh, what a wizard. Okay, so we got that. So now I can start kind of going through and making sure the rest is attached. We're getting there. Oh, just welcome you. Oh, okay. Sorry. I forget the emotes don't work today for YouTube. So I just see underscore TGC, then the 2 floaty dots. 3D printing is truly a trend these days, but weight is an unavoidable issue. It depends on what material you're using and what the infill is. So if it is just a generic piece, I actually print at 8% infill, and that helps with the weight. Oh, let's see. It might be easier for me to just tack it on this side too. That would confuse you. Yeah. Well, I thought you were trying to put like some, I don't know. Doesn't matter. We will do our tacks and then we will repin. Sorry, I can't write down things right now. But if you do 8% infill, that will make prints lighter. Taken! Welcome on! How are you today? All the kitty emotes. Except for the coffin one. Make me an issue depending on the printing material you use. Thanks, Wizard. I'm surprised you're not in any meetings today, actually. Good? Yay. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm finishing up the last little piece for our shawl for Rhea from Fire Emblem, so it's taken a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I think I've been a little more distracted than normal, so that kind of is the reason. They try not to have as many meetings on Fridays, thankfully. I have a lot of paperwork you need to catch up on. Well, it seems like you're in tons of meetings on Fridays. But I guess that's just generic amount? I don't know. Or you have like a release on Fridays. So you're a bit more busy. I think I knocked a pin out though. Yep, I'm glad the Yuki wasn't there, because it's normally her spot she likes to lay. Okay, so now I just have to go back and repin on this side. So since we're pinned through all of the layers now, you're back. Welcome back. We are still pinning. But the final pins. It's a bit harder because you're going through all the foam as well. You're right, you think this is the first Friday recently where... How would you make the skeleton? Maybe some blank pen. Oh. Roll back! I explained a whole bunch. Yeah, I went over a whole thing of how I would do it, so maybe like 5-10 minutes back or something. It's okay. Alright. Yeah, I need to wrap this up, so I gotta keep a rolling and not get too distracted. Yeah. Poke myself. See if I start bleeding. This is when I should be using like those little what are they, the thimble thingies or whatever? Did I go through there? No. Okay, I gotta do that one too. One is here. Temporarily. It's not bad, it's just like a very tiny bit and I don't want to have it go. Necromancers have got a passion, they usually could answer your... I love necromancers for like games. They're one of my favorites. I like having a bunch of minions to do my beating. Okay, this one now. Hey, at least the collar's doing what I want it to, though. One more. Alright, we are good. Might just see black pants and a skeleton. Hey, it's whatever. If it works, it works, so. Alright. Now we can sew this. That. And I do have to film this one again. Okay. Whoosha. Okay. There's another piece there. Okay, and this one, we're going through a bunch, so I need to test it like this. we're gonna do all the way over. It should be fine now. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna be good. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers and your toes. We're gonna do the first one. Well, I want to do. How do I want to do this? Do I want to do a zigzag? No, I'll just follow this line and then we'll go back after. It should be fine. This is gonna have to be like a steamed costume now at this point. I hope this works. I hope this works. Had a bit of little ratsy's nest, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix it. But at least I can see if this freaking thing works. So we're gonna look at that. Sorry. Wujah. Let me go back to this. Okay. My cam is just not having fun. Wujah. Stay. Okay, obviously it's super wrinkly right now, but I'm at a point where I need to stop. So I'll go back and fix all of those spots, but this is kind of what we have right now. Yeah, oh look, Emil! Yep. He lives up there, but I can't reach him, so I couldn't bring him down. I will have to kind of bend it to shape. But I think we kind of got it. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I'm like trying to make it fold, but I'm gonna have to do it around my mannequin, and I'll probably do some little tacks like here and here to kind of make it. Aw, thanks guys. I'll probably do some tacks or something to make it stay open, but that's kinda what we got. Kinda. I say it looks like the character a little bit, so it's a little awkward, but she has like, I think it sits, if I remember right, kind of like that, and then there's a thing that sits in between that kind of holds it apart, and then I'll be able to kind of bend it to the shape, so. Yeah, I don't want to sew anymore. There's, what the heck, camera? I have foam in it right now. I could use stabilizer, but I just don't have any on me, and I just don't want to get any because I'm lazy. But yeah, I'm just, yeah. I'll have to go back though, because I had a few little rattiness. Sometimes sewing through foam, like it's on the underside, so it doesn't really matter. And I have to remember it's not a craftsmanship piece. I'm kind of just doing this real fast, but those parts I do want to remove, so yeah. But in terms of us doing that today, I think it works. It sits pretty well on the table, so can I make it? We'll see if I get flagged. Hello. Stay there, please. Because it's foam, I can kind of roll it to what I want. So if I want to do like that, sorry, I know the vertical, I think that's kind of the shape that I want. So I just kind of bend it. She doesn't want to stand today. So if we have that, and I do a little tack like that, and like that, and then when we have the centerpiece, I think that'll kind of make it fit. It's confused on which camera to look at. So yeah. Thanks. Yeah, the back looks really nice though. That's turn. Put my head closer so maybe it'll show. There. But yeah, that's the look that I was going for. Okay, you can go over there. I'm done dealing with you right now. It's fine. Okay. I'm done with it for now. I'll fix it later. But we did something! And yeah. That's what happens when I get into like rush modes of like, I should have been done with it, but like sometimes sewing through foam is a little more like cross your fingers because sometimes the tension just doesn't pick up and it's annoying. So, but that's it for me. I'm gonna stop the stream there. But yeah, it's Rhea from Fire Emblem, so yeah. But thanks guys for joining. If you're new to the stream, like, subscribe, follow, whatever platform. Appreciate it. A reminder, today is the last day if you want to enter your cosplay into the International Online Cosplay Competition. It's based on craftsmanship, but it's got all skill levels starting with beginner all the way to masters with cash prizes. It is brought to you by Coscom Cosplay Supply. So if you check out their Instagram page, there's information on how to enter, and it is an international contest that anybody can join. You don't have to say, you don't have to let anybody know you entered either, so if you don't make it as a finalist, nobody will know. So yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody's stuff. I'll be a judge for that. But I'll be finishing that up. I'll finish it probably tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll be working on White Mane the rest of the time. So yeah. But much love guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Da, 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 da.